In a grand story of the beginnings of the Jewish people, there is conflict, deceit, intrigue, and struggle in the portion of Toldot. It's a story about the future of the nation.
He is the only one of the patriarchs who do that.
It's a kind of an amazing theological statement.
And it's a story about family.
Any parent looks at that and says, but I don't favor one child over the other.
Never pray too hard for what you want because you're liable to get it.
The birthright in ancient times is everything.
It's a story that changes history.
That deception is an endlessly rich story.
He's not going to see it. He doesn't get it. I get it. I'm going to have to act even against what he would want me to do.
This is the story of the struggle for children, of love and betrayal, and of the birth of a conflict between brothers that will resound for generations. This is Toldot. The struggle to have a child is a common theme among many of the matriarchs and patriarchs of the Bible. Isaac and Rebekah pray for more than 20 years to have a child, and their trial continues to speak to us.
One of the most interesting things about Isaac and Rebekah's relationship is that when Rebekah can't conceive, Isaac prays with her to God for a child. He is the only one of the patriarchs who do that. So they share very profoundly this desire for a child, and it becomes not about something that she can't do for them, but something that they are both asking of God together.
Isaac and Rebekah are not the first or the last of the biblical matriarchs and patriarchs who will face many trials in trying to produce a child.
3 of the matriarchs had difficulty in conceiving. There are many approaches to why this should be, but the one that makes the most sense to me is quoted by Rashi in the name of the sages, and that is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitaveh l'tfilatan shel tzadikim. That God longs to hear the prayers of the righteous. It's a kind of an amazing theological statement, that God wants to hear our prayers. The message there for me is, it refers not only to the issue of infertility, but it refers to all issues in life and all frustrations in life. And one way of looking at frustrations is as an opportunity to pray.
But the situation is different with Isaac and Rebekah. Sharing the burden of the responsibility for childbirth, Isaac comes across differently than many others in his situation.
It's also really interesting that Isaac is the only one of the patriarchs who does not take a concubine. Isaac really deepens their relationship, right, by sharing this moment and acknowledging that this is something that they long for together. So many couples who struggle with fertility issues report, it's almost uniformly reported, about what a great amount of tension that puts on their relationship. And here, going back to such an ancient model, right, to an ancient society when childbearing was about the survival of the household. And this man and woman are able to respond not out of a sense of basic survival, but out of a sense of love to each other, and out of a sense of a real longing after God, and a sense of giving their relationship even more meaning than it had before.
And this narrative launches the stories of the Torah into a different sphere.
We begin to really grasp, I think, in these stories of the Torah, the elevation of the society that is taking place, where people, even amidst a life that was so harsh, where so many women died in childbirth, where there was such a very high rate of infant mortality, where so few people lived to anything like middle age, really, where we find our ancestors taking an experience and deepening it in love and elevating it to pursue holiness.
The Jewish Channel is available on cable. IO Optimum Cable Channel 291, Time Warner Cable Channel 528, RCN Channel 268, Verizon Fios Channel 900, and Cox Cable Channel 1. For more information, visit tjctv.com.